we have all done things that we are not proud of, whether we've done time in prison or whether we haven't. We are so much more than the worst thing we've done. It's only part of our story. It's not the whole story. Hi, I'm Jodie. I support women in and beyond prison. One of my favourite parts of my role is that I get to journey alongside women as they start to make significant choices towards change. I'd love to just share a little story about one of the women I've been working with, supporting inside. I'm going to call her Jill to protect her identity. Jill's been in and out of prison for many years, and she actually has a bit of a reputation inside for being quite intimidating. During one of our programs, Jill pulled me aside and she was telling me how frustrated and she's really struggling with another woman in the unit. Just paused and I just said, maybe there's more to her story than you realize. This phrase from a book that I've read by Brennan Manning came to my mind. I was an alcoholic. Why I became one is part of the story, but it's not the whole story. Parts of our lives don't make up the whole. And if we only focus on the small part, then we lose sight of actually the whole story. So I said, well, maybe what you know of this other woman, X, Y, and Z is true, but it's not the whole story. I said to her, what about for you? What if I was just to consider the fact that you have been in and out of prison? That would be really unfair because there's so much more to you that I've discovered as I've got to know you. I know that you're so much more than just your criminal record number. I know you're so much more than your sentence. There's so many more parts of you that I don't know, but they're so much bigger than just this little part of the story. A week later, Jill came up to me and she said, Jodie, I have not stopped thinking about what you said to me. And I can't stop thinking about the fact that I don't know everyone's whole story and I need to start thinking differently about the way I see other people and the way I see myself. Jill has started to then reflect on her own life and started to actually take to heart this whole thing that this doesn't have to define me. This criminal record that I've carried and this shame, and actually I want to make change and I want to be a different person and I don't want to keep bouncing back into prison. In fact, I don't want to come back again. I want this to be the last time. We all carry shame in some form or another. And we have all done things that we are not proud of, whether we've done time in prison or whether we haven't. We are so much more than the worst thing we've done. It's only part of our story. It's not the whole story. Jill discovered that she is so much more than the worst thing she's ever done. And it's true for her, it's true for me, and it's true for you. We have